Hi, I'm DC, and my love languages are words of affirmation, time, and touch.
Hi, I'm Topher, and I like you to give me things.
Oh, yes.
But also, I like words of affirmation and I like quality time.
Hi, I'm Edison, and my love languages are English. But also, I love receiving acts of services, receiving touch, receiving words of affirmation, quality time, and receiving gifts. Lots of gifts.
So you like to receive.
That's what I'm hearing.
You're a receiver.
To receive acts of service. I'm like, oh, okay.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this quarter of YouTube, Femmes React, with our lovely, lovely guest, Topher.
Hey.
I hope you're back again with us, and we're going to episode 9 of Only Friends. And just before I begin, I just wanted to pick up on last episode because there was some talk of polyamory. I just want to touch upon right quickly, and I know they're not going to go into this, that polyamory in and of itself is within the umbrella of ethical non-monogamy. And what Ray was talking about was not ethical non-monogamy. It was not ethical in any way, shape, or form. And so I just wanted to flag that because I know a lot of polyamory gets a lot of bad whack. And one of the places that you can get started in your knowledge about ethical non-monogamy is maybe a book I talked about last time, Polysecure. And the thing about ethical non-monogamy and those types of relationships, polyamory, or if you get into a polycule and things like that, or monogamish, both parties involved have to agree with it. One cannot like unilaterally decide, I'm in a polyamorous relationship when your partner thinks that they're in a monogamous relationship. That's not polyamory, that's not polygamous, that's not it. Also, the other person has to have a choice in deciding it. So there's a lot of information out there about the different polyamorous relationships, and a lot of people think that polyamory is just you going out and fucking and things. There are other levels to it, and it's about getting your needs met. It's actually, there are a lot of tools within polyamory and ethical non-monogamy relationships, a lot of tools within them that actually help, that can be used in monogamous relationships. So even if you're monogamous and it doesn't sound too good, like reading some of the information on it, and like you learn about your love languages, you learn about your attachment styles, and all these other things can help you in any relationship. So does anybody have any thoughts about last week? I mean, we had like 1 week to simmer down, let it rest, let our food digest, because we do a lot of analysis on the fly. Actually, also, we've been reading the comments. They've been reading the comments. So,
But I like to know what's on people's minds sometimes. Well, if there's anything I took away from last week's comment section, it is that apparently only in the US do we kiss asses. Everywhere else in the world, it's all about licking asses, and
That's Europe.
And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just in the minority. That's fine. So I learned something new.
That
I
was
like both. I like both. I mean, there's nothing wrong with.
But do you think they're talking
alternative.
about the outside of the ass, or like?
I mean, I suppose so, because
we're always kissing the outside.
Some of the things I saw in the comments, like people were like, we don't really have it or see it with like a sexual connotation. So I'm assuming it's the outside, because I feel like the inside has a very sexual connotation. So I'm assuming we're just the cheek. We're prepping. We're
You know, I'm a very analytical person, but I have fatigue from analyzing too much right now. Just because it's taking so much brain power to try and understand all these characters. And if you're not on the right track or the same track as the writers and directors, you're kind of like, oh, this does not make sense anymore. So like, I don't know if I'm reading Ray and San's relationship in the way that it's meant to be. because people were like, Yo and Plug's relationship was a mirror of what was happening in San's head or something. And I was like, I don't see the relationship there. But also for Mew, I'm a bit not sure to how we're vilifying Mew or if we are or not, because I don't think we are. Like, we've seen Mew going on a downward spiral. We see Mew self-sabotage. We see Mew self-hate and be like, I want to be an interesting person because Top hurt my feelings. But then the wardrobe change and the destructive behavior and the lack of care for Ray doesn't really paint a great picture. But I just thought like Mew had such a peak in character development when it came to exposing the cheating and getting revenge that I thought we were going to stay confident and classy, but we just have been doing like this whole like Mew isn't good with Ray, Mew is perpetuating or exacerbating Ray's addiction, and you know, Top is the answer, which I don't like that setup. Like Top, yes, okay, he feels guilty, he doesn't want to see Mew hurt because of his mistakes, fair enough, but then this whole kind of like hero savior, not hero savior, but like in terms of the script, he's the hero, voice of reason. Nobody else seems to care besides Chum. The soft spooning in the end, I don't know. It's all very like, I want the show to leave a bit more moral ambiguity when it comes to things, but when it comes to aligning these characters and their redemption and their villainization, it seems kind of forced. Now we're like, okay, Top's not so bad because he's looking out for Mew. And Mew's kind of worse off because he's making Ray spiral even more. And I don't think he's using Ray's feelings to his advantage, but people can read into whatever sinister motives they want. I just see a bunch of people that I'm trying to understand that I can't understand because I've never been in the situation. I don't know what I want. I'm just trying to enjoy the mess.
I guess for me, I still haven't villainized anyone. I think they're just like, because I know these people and I know of these people and they're just like fuck ups. And there's not, you know, you're not like evil if you're just like, they're just like don't know what's going on, and they just like, and I really just see Mew more as not, he was the brakes for Ray before. Now he's not the brakes, and Ray is just going off the rails. Sometimes, and especially in real life, you have to go through the mess to get the message, and they're going to have a whole bunch of mess. And just in life, sometimes your mess lasts longer than 3 episodes. And sometimes it lasts for a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. But eventually you get it. And it's just, even Boston, who is like everybody's villain, is just like, I'm Boston. Like, just like, I don't feel like there's any malicious intent. But then also this is me kind of seeing either the good in people or the humanity in people. So
let's have some more humanity for everybody. Everybody except It's so easy to have humanity for hot people though. So like
you only have a humanity for other people?
No, I'm just saying it's so much easier.
They've got it hard enough, so they're
pretty privileged. No, I have.
Every time I look at Top, I'm like, oh, okay. I guess you can cheat on me.
No, baby, no.
No.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
You can have humanity for people and still have boundaries.
And thank you to the people in the comment section who let me know what these costumes were.
Detective Conan! Yes, I remember this.
เป็นน้องเพื่อนกูเดี๋ยวเชื่อมด่ากูอีกอะเราก็ไม่ต้องบอกให้เจรู้ดิ
So you know what? I
What?
hate it when you're trying to be a better person.
Girl, I don't need secondary tinnitus. Oh.
It's all coming back to me now.
Oh, coming back.
Celine Dion.
Okay, so that was in the.
อ้าวมิวไอเชื่อมไม่เลยอะเชื่อมกลับไปตั้งแต่เมื่อคืนแล้วอะ ส่วนเลคงเมาหลับอยู่ข้างบนอ่ะเมื่อคืนมันหนักมาก
เกิดอะไรขึ้นบ้างวะจำไม่เห็นได้เลย
It's all the drugs.
จำไม่ได้ดีแล้ว เมื่อคืนเละเทะมากเลยอะ
นี่มาทำอะไรแต่เช้าเนี่ย ไม่กลับบ้านตัวเองอะ
เรายังไม่ได้กลับเลยตั้งแต่เมื่อคืนอะเมื่อคืนเรานอนเฝ้ามิวอยู่อะแล้วนี่มิวหิวไหมอยากกินอะไรหรือเปล่าในตู้เย็นมีไข่ขนมปังอยู่อะ
ไม่เอาอะอยากกลับบ้านละ
If your partner's hungry or angry, feed them.
เป็นไรเปล่าอะไม่เป็นไรอะพระราชจะลุกเร็วไปหน่อย
แบบนี้ไม่ได้แล้วนะมิวเรามิวต้องดูแลตัวเองได้แล้วอะไม่งั้นมันจะพังไปหมดทุกอย่างอะ
Ugh, whatever.
Man, sound like we're in the middle of a great soundtrack on the horizon.
Right.
Here.
Wow. Wow.
We're getting really good at that, I think. Yeah.
Naturals.
Run away.
มึงจะรีบไปไหนอ่ะ คุยกับกูก่อนดิ
กูไม่อยาก
I'm
คุย
good.
กูไม่อยากคุยกับคนที่ทำให้กูเกือบติดคุก
มึง กูขอโทษ กูไม่มีอะไรแก้ตัวทั้งนั้นอะ
แค่นี้ใช่ปะกูจะได้ไปเรียนต่อ
อย่าพึ่งดิ กูยังอยากเคลียร์กับมึงอยู่นะเว้ย กูว่ากูเข้าใจความรู้สึกตัวเองมากขึ้นแล้วนะ
Yep.
That's nice.
เหรอ กูดีใจด้วยนะ กูต้องหาถ้วยรางวัลให้มึงป่ะ ที่มึงเข้าใจความรู้สึกตัวเองมากขึ้นแล้วอะ
มึงอย่ามาชดกูดิ กูไม่ชอบ
ไม่ชอบก็เรื่องของ
That's
มึงเด
great. I don't care what you like.
กูเคยขอให้มึงมาชอบกูด้วยเหรอหลบ กูบอกให้หลบ กูบอกให้มึงหลบไง
Mm-hmm.
เอาดิ ถ้ามึงเกลียดกูมาก ไม่อยากคุยกับกูมาก มึงก็ต่อยกูดิ
I want to punch you. I just want you to get out of my way. I
Just
can do
what did
quiet.
Girl, I have an assignment. Or a presentation. Oh my gosh. Why are you pushing me?
What?
You want me to
What
push
the
you?
hell?
Why are you grabbing? What?
Is this all you want?
กูไม่ปล่อยมึงไปหรอก
No.
What the hell?
อยากต่อยกูป่ะ
I could get a restraining order. What?
เอาดิ
He's rich. He'll find a way out.
Oh, that's
Right. Then also you have to prove. What the hell?
I guess.
They're young.
So, why are you everywhere? Don't you have a pool to clean? Like,
Yeah, now I got proof that Mew's next boyfriend's cheating on him. Ha.
มึงก็ไม่ได้ดีกับกูสักเท่าไหร่หรอกนะ
I don't think Ray and me were ever dating though.
Fact. Well, and Ray said he's in a polyamorous relationship, so Ray's
Right.
fine.
I don't really know what Ray was saying. I think he was just very aware that he's conflicted. He just was like, I can like as many people. I don't know. Everyone's a mess. Oh, memories.
พี่ถ่ายรูปสวยวะรูปพอร์เทรตแบบเนี้ยมันจะถ่ายง่ายนะแต่ถ่ายให้สวยอะยากเหมือนพี่ดึงเอาความรู้สึกของพวกเขามาได้อะ
ส่วนใหญ่คนที่กูถ่ายอ่ะกูต้องรู้จักประมาณนึงก่อนกูถึงจะดึงอินเนอร์เขาออกมาได้แบบเต็มที่
You need to know him inside and out.
กูยังต้องฝึกเยอะวะ
You're gonna run out of subjects to photograph if that's the case.
พี่
Be
ถ่ายผมบ้าง
sleeping
ดิ
with everybody.
ผมยังมีเก็บไว้อะ
แต่ผู้ชายคนนั้นอะนะ
ใช่
แต่ผู้ชายคนนั้นน่ะกูถ่ายหลังเอาเสร็จแล้วนะพี่ทำความรู้จักแบบกูอะ
Oh.
At least he's honest.
That's the one thing about Boston. He's just like, this is who I am.
พี่ก็มาลองทำความรู้จักกับผมบ้างดิ
Photograph me like one of
มึ
your
งชอบผู้หญิง
friends.
ไม่ใช่เหรอวะ
I already
Did I
told
say
you I
that?
was thinking about other things.
ไม่รู้ดิตั้งแต่ผมได้คุยกับพี่อะมันก็รู้สึกว่าอยากลองอะ
แต่มึงเป็นน้องเพื่อนกูนะเว้ย
Friend is a strong word for your relationship.
บอก
Right?
ไงว่าเราก็ไม่ต้องบอกให้เจรู้
Could
ดิ
have been like only associates, really.
We have a class project. What y'all doing in this red room with all this chemical?
Right? Doesn't it smell like vinegar?
It does. It has. I don't know. Developing rooms have this weird smell.
But maybe with those fumes, you won't need poppers. Maybe it's something like that.
True.
We're not scientists. We don't know that.
I don't.
I have
It's
been in a dark
hypothesizing.
room in like years since like high school.
I don't even know what poppers are. So
คืนนั้นมันดีมากเลยอะพี่ผมไปหาพี่
amazing.
ใช่ปะ
Oh my god.
No. Girl, nothing.
Maybe it is the
You doing to
chemicals.
him what Top did to you, child.
เมื่อน้ำแข็งใส่ถังยัง
แต่แล้วมึง
Camping.
Oh, that's nice. At least Nick doesn't resent sand.
ทีมตัวสำรอง
They have something in common.
มึง
Second option. Girl, you were never an
ทำ
option
ไม
for
กูถึงยังไม่
Boston.
ลิมิตตั้งสักทีวะ
Oh, why you gotta
ทั้
say
งที่แม่ง
that?
ทำให้เฮียกูตั้งเยอะอะมันมีทฤษฎีทางวิทยาศาสตร์ปะที่อธิบายได้ว่าทำไมเราถึงรักคนเลวอะเฮ้ย
You don't love yourself.
หรือแม่งมีฮอร์โมนบางตัวในตัวกูอะแม่งถูกกระตุ้นขึ้นมาวะ
กูว่าแม่งไม่เกี่ยวกับฮอร์โมนหรอกเว้ย แต่เราสองคนแม่งเป็นมาโซคิดอะ
มาส
I was
กิ
gonna say
เฮีย
that.
อะไรมึงวะคืออะไรโอ้ยเฮ้ยโอ้ยเจ็บ
ก็นี่ไงมาโซคิสเราสองคนแม่งชอบถูกทำให้เจ็บอยู่เรื่อยๆ ยิ่งเขาฟาดเราก็ยิ่งชอบ แล้วเราก็ไม่ไปไหนสักทีหนึ่งอะ
เช่นน่าสงสารชิบหายเลยทำไมวะนี่ทางที่กูมีคนเข้ามาจีบนะเว้ย
ใครวะ
Your boss?
ไอคนที่มึงเคยเล่าให้กูฟังปะที่เขาชวนมึงไปทำงานด้วยอะ
เขาชื่อพี่แดน
Mhm.
ยังส่งข้อความหากูอยู่เลยเนี่ย
I saw Dan's pictures on
Kia wai
Twitter
sanuk na.
today,
กลับ
child.
มาแล้วพาพี่ไปเที่ยวบ้าง
And you were just like,
Mm.
Dan.
ไอสัตว์นิก มึงมีคนดีๆมายืนรอแบบนี้แล้วอะมึงต้อง move on แล้วนะเว้ย
กูว่าจะลองดูอ่ะ
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
but
We're moving
เอา
on.
มึงอ่ะ
That's so good.
เลยอ่ะ
Allegedly.
ว่านะ ไอ้
Allegedly.
เรื่อง
Right.
ไอ้มิวอ่ะยังไงก็ไปกันไม่รอด มึงเชื่อกูนะ สักวันหนึ่งนะไอ้เลต้องคานเข่ากลับมาหามึงแน่นอน
Girl,
How
that
you
day was
tell him
Wow.
to move on and
มึ
you're
งจะ
telling
ให้
him
กูร
to
อกิน
stay
ของเหลือ กูไม่เอาด้วยหรอก มึงดูหน้ากูด้วย กูมันหล่อเลือกได้นะเว้ย
หรอ
ดูดิ ดูหน้ากูดิ
ถ้ามึงหล่อจริงอ่ะ มึงไม่มานั่งเล่นกีตาร์ให้กูฟังแบบนี้หรอก
สัตว์นิก มึงช็อตฟิลกูชิบหายเลย
ชน
Right. I'm fucking hot and I play the guitar.
จนหน่อยพี่โอ
ป้า
Yo.
กูแม่งจะพูดว่าดิ้งให้กับความเจ็บช้ำกูว่าพูดได้ไม่เต็มปากอ่ะเพราะมีกูที่อกหักอยู่คนเดียวมึงแม่งมีไอเลเป็นตัวตายตัวแทนในท็อปแล้วนี่
อะไรพี่โอ ไม่มีใครเป็นตัวตายตัวแทนใครอย่างนั้นน่ะ ผมก็รักไอเลมันจริงๆ คนที่มันอยู่ข้างเรามาตลอดอะเราก็ไม่ควรมองข้ามถูกต้องปะล่ะ
เมลความดีแม่งซื้อความรักไม่ได้หรอกเว้ย ถ้ากูคิด
Preach
แบบมึงนะป่านนี้กูมีผัวไปเป็น100 คนแล้ว เพื่อนดีๆ กูเยอะแยะจะตายไป
โอ้พี่มาสอนผมอะตัวเองรอดแล้วเหรอไปงอเขายังอะ
ย้อนกูอีกโว้ยคิดถึงโว้ยเดี๋ยวกูเลี้ยงช็อตมึงเพิ่มเลยดีกว่าไปรอตรงนี้นะ
สวัสดีครับ ขอชนแก้วด้วยได้ไหมครับ
Yes.
ได้สิครับ
Well, this has been great. Bye.
I can't see his face. Oh, there we go. Thank
นี่
you.
ขาประจำที่นี่เลยใช่ไหมครับ ผมเห็นอยู่บ่อยๆอ่ะ
เห็นอยู่บ่อยๆแล้วทำไมเพิ่งเข้ามาทักล่ะครับ
ก็เห็นว่าน่ารัก คิดว่ามีแฟนแล้วอะดิ
ใช่เขามีแฟนแล้ว
Oh my god. Yeah, he is. But not
I guess, in a way, he
if you
is.
don't get off me, you gonna come here and cock block me.
ทำไมยังออกมาเที่ยวอีกอะวันก่อนก็เพิ่งเป็นลมไปอะทำไมไม่พักบ้างแล้วยุ่งอะไรด้วยอะชีวิตเราอะไม่ต้องยุ่งได้ปะเราไปห้ามอะไรมิวไม่ได้หรอกเราไม่มีสิทธิ์แต่เรามั่นใจนะว่ามิวรู้ดีว่ามิวกำลังทำอะไรอยู่แล้วไอ้เลไปไหนอะเดี๋ยวก็มามิวนี่แน่ใจจริงๆแล้วใช่ไหมแน่ใจอะไร ก็แน่ใจว่ามันรักมิวคนเดียวจริงๆนี่กะจะมาดิสเครดิตคนอื่นเพื่อให้ความชั่วของตัวเองดีขึ้นเหรอเปล่าเลยเราก็แค่อยากให้มิวเผื่อใจไว้บ้างหมายความว่าไงเราแค่อยากให้มิวรักตัวเองเยอะๆ
มิว โทษทีอ่ะรีรถติดมากเลยอ่ะ โทษนะ
ไม่เป็นไร
ขอบใจมึงนะที่ช่วยกูวันนั้นอ่ะ แต่จริงๆพ่อกูก็จัดการได้มึงไม่ต้องยุ่งหรอก
So, like I said, you should just let him go to jail.
แต่บางเรื่องอะกูจะเป็นต้องยุ่งจริงไอเลตอนเนี้ย
No.
Ray better come clean. I've been batting for Ray because he's cartoon. And if he doesn't, I'll be so annoyed. I just like you get your chance and you're gonna screw it up. Ugh, he wants to have his cake and eat it, but it's just like
So
you can't have two cakes. I mean, you can't have two cakes. You have to negotiate with them.
There's a cake drought. You can't have two cakes.
and actually the cakes have to be agreed to that they're going to be your cake. You just can't like make
Just
the cake
pick it up.
yours without you have to be agreed to it. So
I don't understand the audacity of Ray. It's just like annoying.
actually let's get to this because if he does lie, I'll have an explanation for that. But I missed my warning, lady.
คืนนี้กูนอนนี่ได้ป่าวะ กูไม่ได้นอนห้องมึงนานแล้วนะเว้ย ตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่วะ ตอนปี2ปะวันเกิดไอเชื่อมอะที่แม่งเมาหนัก
ได้วะแต่ไม่ได้วะมึงพรุ่งนี้แม่กูเข้ามา
ๆเอาเหรอ เขามาทำอะไรวะ
มาซื้อของไปเข้าร้านอะ
ให้กูพาไปปะ
ไม่เป็นไร ไปแท็กซี่ดีกว่า ง่ายดีด้วย
แต่คืนเนี้ยกูอยากอยู่กับมึงนะเว้ย
That's nice. I already said
นิ
no.
วคนอื่นจะคิดยังไงก็ช่างเขานะเว้ย กูอะสนใจแค่มึงคิดยังไงกับกูมากกว่า
Uh-oh.
ไอเล ตอนเนี้ยมึงรักกูแค่คนเดียวหรือเปล่าวะ
ใช่ดิ กับมึง กูใช้คำว่ารักได้ชัดเจนที่สุดแล้ว
Oh my God. Okay, so you wanted me to say this.
I need some guided meditation is what I need.
The thing that what I was going to think about is that, and seems to be the reoccurring thing throughout this series, is that people lie when they're afraid that something that they have is going to slip through their grasp, and they want to manipulate the situation with the lies. And it's including with Ray right now. There's people who say like, oh, it's not technically a lie because I said not always, or they put some like
I left some truth out.
Right. Some like modifier on there. And what he said was, love is a word that makes the most sense with you. It's an up or down. It's a yes or no question. Am I the
we took
only
a journey around the block.
Right. So it's like, so baby, though, in the future, you could like, baby, what I said was for you. It felt good to say this, but did I say it? I did not say that. So yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
But
understandable. Unfortunate.
It's so annoying. Like this person, like your life is kind of bad and you have one good thing potentially going for you, which is Mew, yet you're finding this opportunity to screw it up because you can't get over your feelings for Sand. I don't know. It's just, you can't have both. And he should know he can't have both. So why is
he can have anything he wants?
Right.
He got money and no consequences to his actions. He can have anything he wants.
Yeah. I think also the other thing, which I haven't pointed out, but I pointed out earlier, is that he does have abandonment issues. And so he has both of these people who filled him in some sort of way, like emotionally and held spiritually, and held some type of important place in his life. And he's afraid that they're both going to go away. Mm-hmm. So that's why he lied. But he doesn't realize that this lie is in the long run, when it comes out, is going to push them further away. So it's the short term gains with him, not thinking about the long term, what's going to happen in the future. Because if that was the case, if he was thinking about what's going to happen in the future, he wouldn't be out there partying. He wouldn't be out there drinking as hard as he does. Right now is what matters. Having him in his life right now is the only thing that he's doing. And those types of lies are. So.
No,
and you would think he wouldn't know better at this point, because literally this just happened to Mew. This is just a repeat of what happened with Top. Like literally Top had this secret, had the opportunity to let the secret out, did not take the opportunity. Secret came out. Mew was hurt. You were right here. He's presenting you with the opportunity. Hey, do you like anybody else? Not saying it's going to end the relationship, although, you know, who knows, it might, because Mew ain't interested in this relationship anyway. But like the opportunity is here. So now you chose to take the same route Top took and say, if I come out, he might leave me and I don't want him to leave me. So No, I love you, baby. I love you and only you today. I haven't seen sand in 2 days. I love you today, baby. You are my one and only. And it's like,
They say like sometimes it's not the crime, it's the cover up that gets you in trouble. It went from like a misdemeanor like fine to now you're serving life.
No, that's what I think I'm really annoyed at is what you said, Topher, about how the same thing happened with Top, but then Ray had this sanctimonious attitude, which I think was justified. Like, this dude cheated on you. I'm doing this as a friend to look out for you because I care about you. And this doesn't mean that we have to get together. This is just looking out for you. And then to do the same thing, it's kind of like, were you that good person in the first place? Or were you actually doing it to break them apart because you needed that? Like, the motivations get muddied and I just don't know. I'm trying to have humanity, like we said at the start. But
the humanity is him being short-sighted, him being
got some spiritual glasses, like
him being short-sighted, him saying like,
past this weekend.
It's shit when that person who is in my waves doing it, but when I do it,
why you gotta let me down?
You're heartbroken about that. You're just like,
we were rooting for you, Cow Tongue. We were all rooting for you.
We were.
I've never yelled at a girl just as much.
I've never yelled at a girl. Yes. When my mother yells at me, it's because she loves me. Oh.
แล้วเหรอวะทำไมวะมิว
They're not even in together.
ทำไมมึงถึงยอมไอ้ท็อปแต่ไม่ยอมกูอะสรุปนี่มึงแค่อยากได้กูใช่ปะมึงแค่อยากชนะไอ้ท็อปใช่ปะไม่ใช่ดิวะแต่มึงบอกเหตุผลกูมาได้ปะบอกกูมาได้ปะว่าทำไมมึงถึงไม่ยอมให้กูเอาสักทีอะกูมันแย่มากเหรอวะกูทำดีกับมึงมาตลอด4 ปีอะมันเทียบไม่ได้กับที่มึงเพิ่งเจอไอ้ท็อปไม่กี่เดือนเหรอตอบกูมาดิ
I mean, his reasonings don't entitle him to get the kitty cat, but he does deserve an answer.
But you know what? And this is what I said this about another character who is like nice until you don't give them what they want, and then they all of a sudden flip and turn on you because it was I don't want to. I'm trying to be able to be better at this saying this, but it's really like something an abusive person would do. It's like, now since you're not doing what I want you to do, all the brakes are off. I don't have any reason to be nice to you now. Now I'm going to treat you like shit. I did this for you. Why don't you do this for me? What? You're supposed to be doing it for the kindness of your heart, or because you want to, not to get something in exchange.
ตอบกูไม่ได้ใช่ปะกูตอบให้มึงก็ได้เพราะมึงยังโง่รักไอ้ท็อปอยู่ไง
Trying to remember all the shit that went down.
I love this song.
What? Already? But we don't even know what.
Trying to memorize the Bible backwards to the start and reciting it from my heart.
It's giving me Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please, on your knees. A man watch you defend. I'm right.
Oh, the reaction.
Before I fight, you're wrong. This fight is lifelong.
But then also now it's Top going to be like Ray. And send that to Mew.
อยู่ไหนอะนี่เรานอนไม่หลับอีกแล้วมาหาหน่อยได้ปะไม่อยากกินยาแล้ว
Oh, is this interim Mew? Is this like somebody else?
I mean, I like that he doesn't want to take pills anymore to solve this problem. That's one one good thing.
I don't know anything about insomnia, so I don't know what you're
As long
meant
as
to
you're on
do.
the medical
ทำไมรับช้าจั
direction.
งอะทำอะไรอยู่วะ
มึงมีอะไร
What the fuck?
อยู่ไหนอะอยู่ห้องปะเดี๋ยวไปหา
ไม่อยู่
แล้วมึงอยู่ไหน
ทำไมมึงต้องรู้วะ
I just want
บอก
to
มา
answer
เดี๋ยว
the
กูไปหา
phone.
มึงไม่ต้องมา กูไม่ได้อยากเจอมึง
Then don't answer your
มึงอย่าง
phone.
งี้เง่าได้ปะรีบบอกมาดิเดี๋ยวกูไปหา
กูกำลังมีความสุขของกูอยู่อะมึงอย่ามารบกวนเวลาของกูดิ
ไอ้แซน มึงวางสายใส่กูไอ้แซน
Yes, yes, it is.
We did not agree for me to be on call for your bullshit.
Nick!
God damn it, Nick! I know you meant no harm, but god damn it!
ยังไงมึงแล้วตั้งในเวรโทรมา
Son of a. This is why I don't.
You were doing
I tell
so well.
people Brit had somewhere.
เอ้า
Posted until 2 days later. I was here. It was a great time.
แต่ถึงบอกไปนะแม่งก็ไม่มาหรอก กูไม่ได้สำคัญขนาดนั้นอะแล้วถ้าแม่งจะขับมาจริงๆนะ ไม่ต้องขับข้ามเขามา2-3 ชั่วโมงอะ
He's coming.
เฮ้ยมึง
It's coming.
อย่าดูถูกพลังแห่งความรักนะเว้ยเรา
Love.
แม่งทำได้ทุกอย่างนั่นแหละ
แต่กูว่าสำหรับไอเลอะมันไม่ใช่พลังแห่งความรักว่ะ มันเป็น
Dependency.
พลังแห่งความเงียบ
Girl.
Loneliness.
นะแดกดีกว่า
Also, we don't have a separate room, and Ray and I in there with you. It's like
I mean, I would watch that. I don't know that these characters need it, but I would watch it.
Why have we had a threesome in the show yet? Like, that's
It's about time.
about time.
Panther, Black Panther.
God, why are your lights
The
off?
time it works every time. See, this is what I didn't I say this?
ไอ้ตอมมาทำอะไรบ้านกูดึกดื่นวะ
ขอผมเข้าไปข้างในก่อนได้ปะ
Oh,
So this is what
งาน
happened.
อยู่ มีอะไรก็รีบพูดมา
แล้วทำไมพี่ไม่ตอบข้อความผมเลยอะ
ก็กูงานยุ่งหลายอย่าง มีอะไรก็รีบพูดมาเร็ว
ขอผมค้างบ้านพี่ได้ปะ
ไม่ได้กูไม่สะดวกมึงกลับไปเลยไปมึงเมาแล้วเว้ยตอมกลับไป
อะไรวะ นี่พี่จะฟันผมแล้วทิ้งเหรอ
อะไรของมึง
I mean, I thought we knew what this
กูสนอง
was.
ให้มึงได้รู้จักตัวเอง จะเป็นเกย์เป็นแบร์เป็นแพนเป็นเฮียอะไรมึงก็ไปจ่อยชีวิตซะโอ้กูสับเปิดโลกให้มึง
อ๋อ นี่ผมได้ขึ้นครูกับพี่แค่นั้นเหรอ ขอบใจนะ แต่ผมว่า พี่ทำแบบนี้ไม่เฮี้ยไปว่ะ
ไอ้เฮียเอ้ย
เฮ้ย ผมแคร์พี่นะเว้ย
Oh Lord, why did you dick him down so good, Boston?
Told you.
มึงอย่าดราม่าอย่ามาคาดหวังความน่าใสจากกูเลยมึงกับกูเป็นคนละลีก
Oh, well, you don't gotta say all
Viewer,
that.
I would like for you to go back to our last episode and hear me talk about all the reasons why he shouldn't fuck with Boston for the first time, and then both of y'all were like, "Oh, it's just one bungalow." I'm like, "No, it's his first time."
But it didn't have to go this
I was
way.
like,
It didn't.
have
Just
to
because
go
someone
this
wrote
way.
it.
I was
Just because
like,
you went into the writing room and
I
told
have
them to do it.
experience with this. Don't do that.
Just because you were the show's consultant on these experiences doesn't mean
Right.
it happens every time.
It didn't
I was like,
to go.
No, it
please
didn't.
Go back to the last episode and like that episode too, but also hear me say, I knew it.
I mean, I still stand by the fact that it didn't have to come here. It could have just been a nice, lovely, okay, we're going to just bang in the red room and
Right?
call it a day.
Yes.
No, it was his first time. It was his first time with his queer awakening. He's also being heartbroken. I knew it.
Lord. I guess I guess I'm just saying it didn't need to happen. Is it surprising? Am I shocked? No, no, but it didn't need to happen.
No.
You could've just left it at they fucked, and that was that.
Right. It just
Now
serves
we
to
got
villainize
Nick version
Boston.
2.0 here, and I'm like,
Right.
oh Jesus.
Oh, what's going to be worse is that
So we got
now,
new Nick gonna meet old Nick, and now we're gonna have a Nick off, and it's just gonna be this whole thing, and then Dan's gonna be sitting around the corner talking about, hey, Lord.
No, but guess what? Nick doesn't have. He doesn't have Chum, his older sister up over there, who already is through with Boston to begin with, and she said, "Boston, don't fuck my younger brother." So he got like all of that. Oh no. He wished it'd be Nick 2.0. It's gonna be worse.
Lord, I just hope to see Knicks collide and just we're making the mess. Let's just make a big old mess.
Because sometimes you got the people in the family. It's like, oh, you want to fuck with my little sister? I'm gonna come over here and fuck you up. So yeah. So nah. I'm ready.
That's why I just don't have sex. That's why I'm a virgin. I ain't got time for all this nonsense. Making people love me and shit. It's too complicated.
Like, obviously, his friendship with Chum isn't that strong to begin with, so it doesn't really matter if he hurts her or not. But then, like,
I don't even know that it would hurt her necessarily. So much it's just, Boston's being Boston and he's fucking around with my family. Like, I don't know that she'd be hurt so much as just
protective, but it's still like
protective of her little brother.
I don't. Okay, so the thing about him losing that friendship, that's fine, whatever. I still think that maybe, especially the way that Mew showed up, maybe she knows where some of the bodies are hidden, and which she does know. And I think I can see her being nice and great and friendly, and then just flipping and like this is her villain origin story. You know,
someone's
gonna. Do you think she will take the path that Mew didn't take as far as exposing Boston to his political career?
Hey, look, I'm not going to say that she is going to do that. But I think that she has the capacity.
And okay, I'm back to thinking Boston is an awful person. Just like, why would you say that to like, we're not in the same league? Like, that's just real.
I was with him on everything he said until we got to that part of the sentence. I'm like, we could have just left that part of the sentence on the cutting room floor.
Right.
And Boston, I would have still been there not on your side,
but like,
but I would understand what you're saying. Like, hey, we went into this. We said
we knew what was happening.
We said this is how I take my pictures. I fuck people and I take pictures. That's how I fucking photograph. That's how we do here. So you knew what this was gonna be. I'm like, okay, I get all that. But then you had to like throw that last little bit. We're not the same. I'm like, Boston, no, not the whole league thing again. I thought we left the league thing behind whenever you and Top.
It's still going to be Boston. Boston's got to Boston it up.
Okay, well, welcome to Queer Life, I guess.
Inside Out มึงรู้จักปะ
Really?
กูก็ชอบอินไซด์เอาท์เหมือนกันเว้ย
เฮ้ยจริงปะเนี่ย
ไอตัวช้างในจินตนาการชื่ออะไรนะมึง
บิงบอง
ไอบิงบองนั่นแหละ
เฮ้ย
ไอฉากที่แม่งหายไปอ่ะกูแม่งร้องไห้เลยนะเว้ย
มึงร้องไห้เลยเหรอเด็กๆมึงไม่มีใครคบเหรอวะคุยคนเดียวอย่างเงี้ย
กูชอบคุยกับแม่ซื้อมีอะไรปะ
ฮะยังไงวะ
แม่ครับมาเล่นกับผมหน่อยผมอยากเล่นด้วยผมไม่มีเพื่อนเล่นฝึกเขาเล่นให้หน่อยได้ไหมครับ
ว่ามึงอ่ะไม่ได้เหงามึงอ่ะบ้า
So they gonna fuck?
Yeah, right.
ทำไมเราสองคนไม่เอากันเองวะ
อะไรของมึง
Can I call it or can I call it?
ไม่เอามึงเป็นรูเมทกูนะเว้ย
So
กูพูดจริงมึงกับกูก็ชะตากรรมเดียวกันน่ะรักคนที่เขาไม่รักเราทั้งที่เราสองคนแม่งมีดีจะตายห่า
And we're both
ทำไมต้องบอกคนที่
masochists.
เฮี้ยพวกนั้นวะจริงๆอ่ะกูคิดภาพเวลาเป็นแฟนกับมึงอ่ะก็ไม่น่าเกลียดนะ
อะไรของมึงเนี่ยความเหงามันเป็นขั้วบวกขั้วลบเปล่าวะฮะ
กูพูดจริงๆมึง
Actually, that's.
I don't hate it.
You were the one who paid for this in the first place.
หรือจริงๆเราอ่ะอาจจะแค่มองข้างไปเองก็ได้นะ
And now Ray's gonna walk in and fuck shit up again.
I know, like, maybe after. Maybe while, during? Interrupting?
Actually, that's not a.
Hey! I'm at. Oh, these sounds though.
Right? Sound like you're kissing ASMR.
Okay, well, I guess it didn't work. It's fine.
All
They
right,
tried.
okay.
จริงว่ากูจูบกับมึงแล้วกูไม่รู้สึก
They tried.
Oh, you know what? Honestly,
I respect it.
they tried and they were just like, okay, this doesn't even feel right. So okay, so secretly they were like, oh, we should have the same movies and stuff like that, which is honestly so far more than each one of the prospective partners have. It's
That's it. When they first set up the little camping thing a couple scenes back, and they're just sitting out there, he's playing his guitar, and we left that scene. I sat there and thought, honestly, this is more friendship than I've seen from the entire other friend group. Like, I've seen more actual chemistry as far as friendship dynamic goes between in this one scene that I've seen from the entire friend group over there. So then here, when they started their whole drinking thing, I'm like, I don't know if this is where it's going to go, but I don't hate this.
right.
I don't know that I necessarily think it's going to work out, but I don't hate this. And I appreciate that they gave them the chance to just test it out and be like, nah, this ain't it. Because
Right.
Give it another go.
I can't say everyone's been there, but I know I have definitely been there. You know, a drunken night at a club or something, and a friend talk about, "Ooh, hey, let's do blah blah blah," and they start trying to do something, and it's like, nah, this ain't it. But I still love you, girl. Bye.
Right. It's just it wasn't meant to be. Okay. We can still
And
go.
they didn't try to force it.
Right. It is what it is.
I feel like I've just been baited.
Did you go back?
Yeah, yeah. Just
Or
a
did,
little.
okay, I was like, or did they start making out again? I'm like, damn.
No, sorry.
ไม่ได้จริงว่า
I love that John Legend track that they were going.
กูเหมือนกัน แม่งไม่สปาร์คเฮียอะไรเลยวะอายไวสัตว์กูแม่งเสลยชิบหายเลยอะโอเคปะวะ
โอเคดิไม่เป็นไรมึงขำๆเพื่อนกันไปนอนดีกว่ามึงเพื่อนกันนอนก่อนก็พออย่าเอากันให้มันวุ่นวาย
Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with a good friendly cuddle.
Aw.
Come on.
Lights is still on, I don't know. But
กูทำเฮียอะไรลงไปวะ
This okay, so I'm sorry. This is the best. This is the only friends I see because they're even like friendly cuddling and just
ขอบคุณครับ
Why is there a bale of hay there?
seats.
Ugh.
why is this unlocked?
เฮ้ย
Why are you sleeping in an unlocked van?
เล่น
None
มา
of
ได้
you
ไงเนี่ย
got I got
กู
so
บอก
many
ว่ากูจะ
issues.
มา กูทำตามสัญญาไง
ตอนนี้มันตีสองแล้วนะมึงขับรถมาเองเหรอ
ก็ดิ
Yes.
ถ้ากูไม่ขับมา กูคงไม่เห็นหรอกพวกมึงเอากันอยู่อะ
เฮ้ย พวกกูสองคนไม่ได้เอากัน แค่นอนกอดกันเฉยๆอะคือข้างนอก
ไม่ต้องพูดแหละ
Even if we are, none of your damn business.
ไม่ก็ไม่ใช่เรื่องของไอ้เล
แต่พวกกูสองคนไม่ได้เอากันจริงๆนะเว้ย กูไม่คิดอะไร
ช่างมันนิก พวกมึงสองคนจะได้กันอย่างกูไม่ติดหรอก แต่คืนนี้กูขอนอนด้วยนะ
No.
No.
เฮียอะไรของมึงเนี่ยเล
What? Oh, first of all, you got your jeans in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And you're.
หรือจะ3 คนไหม กูไม่ติดนะ
งอกไปเลยปะ
ไม่ออก
Oh, you got your jacket on. Why your outside clothes?
ออกไปเลย
Mm-mm.
กูนอนดีปานิก
This is why you lock your goddamn doors. I know it's a BL and we don't like locking doors, but like, lock your fucking doors, please.
Yeah. You. Oh my god.
And turn off the damn lights.
แล้วนี่มึงรู้ได้ไงเนี่ยว่ากูอยู่ที่นี่อ่ะ
ก็นิกมึงลงสตอรี่เช็คอินไว้อะใช่ไหมนิก
He's about.
It's like, I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Nobody thinks it's gonna
ดี
happen.
นิก
อันนี้มึง
กูว่ามาพูดตรงกันดีกว่าวะกูยอมรับก็ได้
I didn't think I was gonna get stalked.
มิว มิวตื่น เป็นไรปะเนี่ย
เอ้าแม่ มาตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่เนี่ยไม่เห็นโทรบอกเลย
Couldn't even make it to the
แม่
bed.
เคาะประตูเป็นชั่วโมงแล้วโทรหาเป็น100 สายก็ไม่รับ แม่เป็นห่วงก็เลยไปขอกุญแจสำรองเปิดเข้ามาเนี่ย
Right, I was about to
โท
say
ษที
that.
ครับพอดีมิวเผลอหลับอ่ะ ยาวเลย
ของมิวเหรอ นี่สูบบุหรี่แต่เมื่อไหร่อ่ะ
ไม่นานนี้เองอ่ะ แต่ว่ามิวไม่ได้ติดนะแม่
ไม่สูบได้ไหม แม่ขอ
มิวช่วงนี้มีปัญหาอะไรหรือเปล่าลูก
Oh, Mama, you don't know the half of it.
แม่ว่ามิวเปลี่ยนไปนะ ดูโซมแล้วก็ผอมลงด้วยเนี่ย
ไม่มีอะไรแม่ มิวแค่เครียดโปรเจกต์จบเฉยๆอ่ะ แต่ดีขึ้นแล้ว ไม่ต้องห่วงนะแม่
แต่แม่ว่ามิวปะ
มิวไปอาบน้ำก่อนดีกว่า จะได้ไปซื้อของกัน
ดี
I'm trying to have an intervention, but
Come on, mamas, you can do it.
ในแอปไม่รับเลยแม่ เดี๋ยวไปดูแท็กซี่ข้างนอกแล้วกัน แต่ไม่รู้จะมีไหมนะ
ๆแม่บอกแล้วไงให้เรียนขับรถจะได้สะดวกเนาะ
มิวกลัว10 ล้อจะตายแม่ก็รู้
10 ล้อ ใช่เหรอมิว
ไป มิว แม่สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีจ้ะ
I guess.
เป็นเพื่อนมิว
อ๋อท็อปแม่เคยเห็นในIG ของมิวอ่ะ ตัวจริงหล่อกว่าในรูปนะเนี่ย
ขอบคุณมากครับแม่
Truth.
มาทำไมอ่ะ มีอะไรหรือเปล่า
พอดีมีเรื่องสำคัญจะคุยด้วย วันก่อนยังไม่ได้บอกเลย
ทำไมไม่โทรมาบอกก่อนนะจะออกไปซื้อของกับแม่อะไม่ว่าง
เราโทรไปแล้วแหละ แต่มิวไม่รับอ่ะนี่เราจะไปซื้อของกันใช่ไหมครับ
ใช่จ้ะแม่จะซื้อของตกแต่งร้านอ่ะ
งั้นถ้าไม่รบกวนเนี่ย ให้ผมไปส่งไหมล่ะครับ
no.
ไม่ต้องอ่ะ เดี๋ยวไปกันเองได้ แท็กซี่ยังเยอะอย่างเงี้ย
ไหนบอกว่าเรียกยากไงหุยให้เดินไป
Shut up,
ในรถ
Mama.
ฝนจะตกด้วยเนี่ย
Shut up, Mama.
เพื่อนเสนออ่ะเราก็ไปสิ แต่แน่ใจนะว่าจะไม่รบกวนท็อปอะจ้ะ
ไม่รบกวนเลยครับ พอดีวันนี้ผมว่างทั้งวันนะครับ ยังไงแม่มิวก็เหมือนแม่ผมนะครับ
I do like this shirt.
I really like moms.
This is why I'm smoking.
Right.
กูกลับบ้านก่อนนะมึง ไม่อยากขัดขวางความรักว่ะ แต่โรแมนติกเสียเปล่าไปนะมึง
Don't you enable this?
Right.
สรุปไอ้ดิ้งกูกลับเพราะกูเหรอมึงก็รู้ตัวเนี่ย
Yeah.
กูหน้าด้านอยู่ละกูไม่สนใจหรอก
No, you're not.
กูถาม
You're not
เลย มิวเขาไม่รู้เรื่องกูกับมึงเหรอวะ รู้ดิ แต่ไม่
Nice.
เขาว่าไงวะ ก็มันไม่รู้ว่ากูกับมึงเอากันอยู่อะ
แบบนี้ก็คือกูเป็นชู้อ่ะดิ
I'm the side chick.
โดยท็อปหลอกยังไม่พออ่ะ ยังมาโดนมึงหลอกอีกอ่ะ กูว่าเราพอแค่นี้ดีกว่าป่าวะ
เฮ้ยแซน มึงไม่ใช่ชู้ มึงก็เป็นคนสำคัญของกูเหมือนกันอะ
I am not gonna be the other woman.
มึงเลิกพูดจาแบบนี้ได้ป่าวะ กูไม่ใช่สิ่งของนะเว้ยที่มึงจะมาแสดงตัวเป็นเจ้าของอ่ะ กูก็มีความรู้สึก มึงทีทกูดีๆหน่อยดิวะ
Okay, so
เฮ้ย
I just want to point something out. I really don't feel like there's a comparison, but if you were comparing stuff, Ray is worse than Top because Top did it that one time and then he was over and things like that. Ray is keeping a secret lover affair and a relationship and so it's like even worse than what you were doing. And both of them are saying, hey, come clean about it. And Ray's like, no, it's okay. And even like Sand is like, I feel bad for Mew. And it's like all of these signals are going towards Ray. And we the audience know what's going to happen. So
it's just like miss me with that shit. Nope.
Right.
รับก็ได้กูชอบมึงแล้วกูก็ชอบมึงมากด้วยกูหึงมึงกับมิวแต่กูก็ทำอะไรไม่ได้บอกว่าแต่ที่กูพูดเนี่ยกูไม่ได้อยากให้มึงกลับไปนั่งเลิกกับมิวหรือทำเหี้ยอะไรก็ตามนะกูแค่ไม่อยากเป็นตัวเลือกของใครแล้วมึงก็อย่าเสือกมาสงสารกูด้วยความรู้สึกกูจัดการเองได้เว้ย
ขอบใจนะที่พูดตรงๆอ่ะกูก็ชอบมึงเหมือนกันแต่มิวมันก็เป็นคนสำคัญของกูอ่ะจะให้ตัดเลยมันก็ไม่ง่ายเปล่าวะ
แล้วแต่มึงแล้วกันกูไม่กดดันมึงอยู่แล้วอ่ะแต่ถ้ากูเจอคนใหม่ที่เขาไม่มีเงื่อนไขอ่ะกูก็พร้อมจะไปกับเขาเลยนะกูไม่รอมึงนะ
That's fair.
Why are we walking deeper into the river? What is in there?
Because we got to get them wet and flirtatious and sweet moments because they're a cute couple. BL shit.
Okay. I do not like this. Top, you can just wait another day. Like, oh my god.
I mean, not with his mamas there.
I know.
ส่งแล้วกลับเลยก็ได้นะ
So invasive.
เดี๋ยวเรียกรถกลับเองอ่ะไม่เป็นไรอ่ะแถวนี้รถหายากแถมของมิวก็เยอะด้วยเดี๋ยวเราช่วยดีกว่าพูดอะไรก็รีบพูดมาเหอะจะมาคุยเรื่องเลใช่ปะทำไมอ่ะแล้วอีกอย่างมันเกี่ยวอะไรกับท็อปด้วยเหรอก็แค่อยากให้มิวรู้ว่าคนที่มิวคิดว่ารักแล้วก็หวังดีกับมิวมากที่สุดอ่ะมันก็ไม่ดีไปซะทุกอย่างหรอกนะ
You mean you?
So I want you to know you got shitty, consistent taste in men.
เราไม่อยากใช้วิธีสกปรกเพื่อสร้างโอกาสให้มิวกลับมาเราปล่อยมันเป็นเรื่องของมิวดีกว่านะ เราไม่เข้าไปยุ่งอะมิวแต่ไม่ว่ายังไงก็ตามอะไม่ว่าเราอยู่ในสถานะไหนนะเราเป็นห่วงมิวเสมอแต่ถ้ามิวคนใหม่ที่ชอบปาร์ตี้อะเป็นมิวคนที่อยากเป็นจริงๆแล้วเราก็เราแฮปปี้ด้วยแต่ว่าถ้าไม่ใช่อะเราก็อยากได้มิวคนเก่ากลับคืนมา
พอแล้วโอเคขอเพิ่มเท่านี้ค่ะเท่านี้ค่ะเดี๋ยวใส่ถุงให้นะค่ะเท่าไหร่คะ
แม่ครับเดี๋ยวผมช่วยครับ
ขอบคุณนะ
เป็นไงครับแม่ได้ของครบไหมครับ
ครบจ้าได้เกินด้วยเนี่ย
เยอะกว่าที่ต้องการเยอะเลยเนี่ย
ขอบใจมากนะที่วันนี้มาช่วยอ่ะ
แล้วก็ไหนๆช่วยขนาดนี้แล้วถ้าช่วงคริสต์มาสท็อปว่างนะลูกไปที่ร้านไปดูสถานที่เผื่อว่ามีไอเดียอะไรจะได้เสนอพวกเรามาตกแต่งร้านแม่อยากได้เทสไฟรุ่น
Mothers
แม่เดี๋ยวมิวช่วย
If I have time
ไม่ต้องกวนคนอื่นเขาหรอกเว้ยไม่รบกวนเลยครับผมไม่อยากไปอยู่แล้วผมก็อยากเห็นร้านคุณแม่ด้วยต้องอบอุ่นเหมือนครอบครัวคุณแม่แน่เลยนะครับ
ปากหวานรู้จักพูดเอาใจผู้ใหญ่ด้วย
If you don't shut your
ยังไงก็ฝากดูด้วยแล้วกันนะเนี่ยตอนนี้ผอมลงไปอีกแล้วเนี่ยกินให้มันเยอะๆหน่อยเราอะพวกของที่แม่เอามาฝากเนี่ยกินให้หมดเลยนะแล้วก็อย่าลืมเอาไปฝากท็อปด้วย
เขารวยจะตายแม่เขาหากินเองได้ไม่ต้องแบ่งเขาหรอก
right
ของดีของบ้านเราอะหากินยากนะเนี่ยขนมที่แม่เอามาเนี่ยเอามาจากร้านเลยนะแม่ทำเองอร่อยนะใช่
ถ้างั้นดีเลยครับผมก็อยากกินอยู่แล้วครับ
ถ้าอย่างนั้นต้องไปบ้านแม่ให้ได้เลยนะเนาะ
จะปฏิเสธยังไงดีล่ะครับ แต่ถ้ามิวอนุญาตเนี่ยยังไงผมก็จะไปให้ได้เลย
He
นะ
minds.
I
ไม่
might.
อนุ
I
ญาตให้ไป
might.
ได้ อันเนี้ยแม่ชวนเอง
So even if he does mind, I'll go. You come to my cafe.
Mom!
ดีกว่านะ
Can we not redeem Top through the lesbian moms?
hate it when you like
Mama already said I got my son-in-law.
Your moms are still friends with your ex. And,
Hey,
ไม่ได้มาเที่ยวแบ
Dad.
บนี้นานแล้วอะรู้สึกแก่จังเลย
โหพี่ของนี้อยู่ที่ mindset ถ้าพี่คิดว่าตัวเองแก่อะพี่ก็จะรู้สึกแก่นะ แต่ถ้าพี่อยากแก่ ผมก็จะเรียกพี่ว่า daddy
Oh, bitch! Don't you start something you ain't ready to finish.
right, right.
ไม่ใช่แบบนั้น daddy ที่ผมหมายถึงไม่ได้แปลว่าพ่อ
Daddy don't mean
แต่หมายถึง
father.
ว่าคนที่แก่แต่ยังฮอตอยู่อะ
งั้นก็ตามสบายจะเรียกอะไรก็เรียก แต่งั้นขอบใจนะที่ชวนออกมา นานๆทีได้ปลดปล่อยตัวเองก็ดีเหมือนกัน อะไร
เต้นกันไง
Call me anything but late for dinner.
งั้นวันนี้พี่ไม่เป็นบอสแล้วนะ
We drop that part when I start calling you Dad.
Daddy, Dad, DD. Please, Boston, don't come. Please, Boston, don't come.
You know what? Let Boston come. Let him watch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Wow.
I'm here.
The touch of an older gentleman. Okay.
It's cute. Oh no. Great. Now he's gonna try and amp it up just because Boston's there.
Or he's not going to amp it. He's going to amp it down because it's Boston there.
เดี๋ยวไปเข้าห้องน้ำกันนะ
No.
พี่รอที่โต๊ะนะ
เดี๋ยวมาครับ
Now I don't think we need to enter the new job, the new workplace with this relationship, but I'm here for this little. They're cute.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like they say, don't shit where you eat. I mean,
มีคนเข้าอยู่
Girl, just leave it alone.
มึงตามกูมาเหรออีนี่กูจะแจ้งตำรวจจับมึงนะ
Actually, I didn't this
ไม่ได้
time.
ตาม กูบังเอิญมาเจออะ
มึงมาเคาะประตูห้องน้ำกูมึงต้องการอะไร
กูแค่อยากคุยกับมึงเป็นครั้งสุดท้ายอะกูอยากบอกมึงว่า กูเสียใจกับเรื่องทั้งหมดที่เกิดขึ้นจริงๆนะ มึงไม่ต้องยกโทษให้กูก็ได้
The guy at the stall is just like,
right? I was about to say, you're on the back.
เวลากูได้อยู่กับมึงอะกูโคตรมีความสุขเลยนะสำหรับกูอะมึงเป็นคนเก่งมากนะเว้ย
I've
สัก
heard.
วันหนึ่งมึงก็คงได้เป็นตากล้องชื่อดัง อย่างที่มึงอยากเป็นอะ
Okay, thank you.
แล้วมึงก็ไม่ใช่คนเลวด้วย
No, he kind of
เพื่อน
is.
อะ
They don't really love it.
What friends? What friends?
มึงไม่ต้องเปลี่ยนตัวเองหรอกนะ
Nick.
Hey, we got like a 5-minute window back here.
It's going dog. I'm loyal to y'all. Like,
ยังรักมึงในแบบที่
Right?
มึง
He's
เป็น
like, that ship has sailed. Not full mast.
คงไม่ได้เจอกูแล้วล่ะ กูมาให้มึงเห็นหน้าเป็นครั้งสุดท้ายอะ
Okay.
okay, well, good. Closure.
โชคดีนะมึง
Austin, don't you bring him back into this. Okay, let him go. Let him go.
นั่นแฟนเก่าเหรอดราม่าดีวะ
กูกลับก่อนนะ
เอ้า
Oh, what? He's happy, Boston. He's happy. He
Let
wants you
him
to be
be.
happy.
Don't you drag him back in this. Don't you
Leave
do it.
him.
กูขอไปเทศ
Do
กาล
something good for once in your life.
ทำตามความฝันมึงอะ
ลูกคุณหนูแบบมึง
วันนั้นที่กูขับรถชนอะวินาทีนั้นคิดว่ากูจะตายแล้วนะ แม่งเห็นภาพตั้งแต่ตอนกูเกิด ตอนแม่กูตาย ตอนกูหัวเราะกับเพื่อน ตอนกูมีความสุข เห็นภาพคนสุดท้ายที่กูคุยด้วย ก็คือมึง
That's nice.
แล้วมึงรู้ปะว่าถ้าวันนั้นมึงเป็นอะไรขึ้นมากูคงโกรธตัวเองไปตลอดชีวิตอะ
แล้วไงวะ สุดท้ายแล้วมันก็คือคนที่ช่วยชีวิตกูไว้นะ มึงว่าถ้ากูตายจริงๆขึ้นมา จะมีสักกี่คนวะที่ร้องไห้ให้กู จะมีคนเสียใจไหมหรือว่าเขาจะดีใจกันวะ ที่คนที่เหี้ยแบบกูหายไปจากโลกคนหนึ่งอะ
มึงก็พูดเวอร์เกิน บนโลกเนี้ยมีคนเหี้ยกว่ามึงตั้งเยอะ แล้วถ้าเทียบกับไอ้บอสตันนะกูว่ามึงแม่งนักบุญไปเลยวะ
No.
Why Boston catching strays?
I would flip that, honestly.
ถ้ามึงเป็นอะไรขึ้นมานะ อย่างน้อยๆมึงก็จะมีกูยืนร้องไห้ให้มึง
Boston's ears burning.
งั้นถ้าวันนั้นมาถึงอะ
There's an
ร้
ointment
องเพลง
from
ไมโครหน้างานศพกูได้ปะกูขอแบบ อย่าดีกว่า ลืมเสียดีกว่า ลืมซะเรา
ไอ้สัตว์พอแล้วไม่เอา เลิกพูดเรื่องในตายดิ กูเป็นคนมีความฝันเว้ย กูยังไม่อยากตาย
โอเค งั้นไหนๆกูก็ไม่ตายแล้วอะกูขอไปเทศกาลดนตรีรอบโลกกับมึงได้ปะตาม
No.
ความฝันมึงอะ
I'm good. You should be with your boyfriend, Mew.
แต่กูไปแบบลำบากนะ ลูกคุณหนูแบบมึงเนี่ย จะไปไหวเหรอ
ไหวดิ กูไปได้ทุกที่อะถ้ามีมึง
มึงรู้ปะชีวิตกูแม่งไม่เคยต้องยอมใครขนาดนี้มาก่อนเลยวะ
กูก็ไม่เคยข้างรักใครจนขับรถมาไกลขนาดนี้เหมือนกัน
I guess.
Is it because I give it up and you doesn't?
Sam, don't forget you still the mistress. Let's not forget that little detail. A mistress in a loveless marriage, but you're still the mistress.
Frankie Valley music is killing me.
มึง กูใกล้จบโปรแกรมบำเพ็ญประโยชน์แล้วอะขอบใจนะที่มาเป็นเพื่อนไม่เป็นไร
มึงก็อย่าลืมไปหาจิตแพทย์เรื่องเลิกเหล้าด้วยอ่ะ
Oh,
เออเลย
I was about to say something.
คือน้ำหนัก
So you know there's the option.
โทรไปก็ไม่รับ กูเป็นห่วงนะเว้ย
ไปหาเพื่อนอะ
Uh-oh.
เพื่อนนี่ใช่แซนปะ
Yes. Yes. Yes.
ไอ้ท็อปบอกมึงเหรอ
ท็อปรู้เรื่องนี้ด้วยเหรอ กูว่าเดาจากพฤติกรรมมึงนั่นแหละ พี่โยก็รู้ คนอื่นก็รู้ บอกกูเลย
ไม่รู้ว่า กูแค่ไม่อยากเสียมึงไปอะมิว
ตอนมึงทำแบบเนี้ย มันก็ไม่ต่างจากที่ท็อปทำกับกูเลยนะเว้ย
Mm-hmm. Only difference is I don't love you.
That's true too.
แต่กูดีใจนะเว้ย ที่มึงเลิกแซนอะ
มึงไม่โกรธกูเหรอ
No, it doesn't hurt. I don't care.
เรื่องมีสิทธิ์โกรธอะไรมึงวะ
Burden off my shoulders.
มึงก็เห็นชัดอยู่ว่ากูคบมึงไปชดท็อปอะ
จริงๆ กูก็รู้อยู่แล้วแหละ แต่กูพยายามหลอกตัวเองอะ
Yes.
พยายามหลอกตัวเอง คิดว่ามึงอาจจะรักกูจริงๆ ก็ได้ แต่มันก็เห็นชัดแหละว่ามึงยังรักไอ้ท็อปอยู่อะ
กูก็โง่เหมือนที่มึงด่ากูนั่นแหละเลย
เฮ้ย กูขอโทษ กูไม่ตั้งใจจะด่ามึงอะแต่มึงจะให้โอกาสมันจริงเหรอวะ
ก็อยากลองดูอะมึง
I guess.
กูก็เห็นความพยายามของมันนะ
แล้วแต่มึงแล้วกัน แต่ถ้าคราวนี้มันเฮี้ยกับมึงอีกอะกูเอามันเข้าโรงพยาบาลแน่
How?
By drunk driving into him. Like
มึง
that.
อะห่วงตัวเองเหอะมึงเจอคนที่มึงชอบแล้ว ถ้าเขาชอบมึงก็รักมึง
I mean, when you're right,
ก็
you're
รักษา
right.
ตัวเองนะเว้ยอีโก้มึงเนี่ยลดบ้าง ไม่ได้มีใครเขาทนได้ทุกเรื่องนะเว้ย
ขอบใจมึงนะ
I guess.
กูรักมึงนะ
See, I really did love you. Just
กูรั
not.
กมึงนะเว้ย
I'm not in love with you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you.
เฮ้ย ดีนะกูกับมึงไม่ได้กันก่อนอ่ะ งั้นจะมองหน้ายังไงติดวะ
You can still. Heck,
You
ที่
100%
ดีใน
can
ชีวิต
still.
ไปเลยนะเว้ย
Ooh.
ขี้โม้ชิบหายมึงอ่ะ
กูพูดจริง
I mean,
กูอยากมาขอโทษอ่ะ ขอโทษกับความเหี้ยหามกูช่วงเนี้ย
ของออกแล้วเหรอถึงเพิ่งรู้ตัว
เชื่อม กูไม่ได้ผีเข้านะเว้ย กูแค่หลงทางจริงอ่ะ กูอยากให้มึงเข้าใจนะเว้ยว่าสิ่งที่กูโดนอ่ะ มันทำให้กูเสียความมั่นใจในตัวเองขนาดไหนอ่ะ กูก็แค่คิดว่าถ้ากูเป็นคนอื่นได้อ่ะ กูคงจะแข็งแกร่งขึ้นอ่ะ
แล้วเป็นไง ไอ้มิวคนนั้นเนี่ยยัง can't come to the phone right now อีกไหม
เชื่อม
อืม
มึงยังอยากกลับมาทำโฮสเทลกับพวกกูอยู่ปะวะ
no.
ก็ถ้าพวกมึงสัญญาว่าพวกมึงจะไม่มั่วกันอีกเนี่ย กูก็จะกลับไปทันต่อ
Surprised the place hasn't burnt down now.
เชื่อม กูว่ากูยังรักท็อปอยู่ว่ะ
โอ้โห ชัดมาก ไม่มีอะไรจะชัดไปมากกว่านี้ได้แล้ว แล้วก็ไอ้ท็อปเนี่ยก็ยังรักมึงมากๆอยู่ค่ะ คืนวันฮาโลวีนเนี่ยกูยังเห็นเลยนะว่าไอ้ท็อปเนี่ยมันอยู่ข้างมึงไม่ห่างดูแลอย่างดีเวอร์แต่จริงๆเนี่ยความผิดมันเนี่ยก็เฮี้ยแหละ มันเกินที่จะยกโทษให้กูเข้าใจนะ แต่ไม่รู้วะ กูไม่เชียร์แล้วแต่กูเนี่ยก็อยากให้มึงอะทำตามหัวใจตัวเองนะ ไม่ใช่ว่าฟังแต่มาทุสอนอะ
ฟ้าสวัสดีครับ
เอาเฮ้ยต้อมไปไหนมา
There we go. Uh-oh.
ไปหาเพื่อนมา
I heard that music change.
พี่มิวสวัสดี
Uh-oh.
มึงลองมาช่วยเสิร์ฟด้วยนะเว้ย
ต้อมเป็นไรวะ
มันเพิ่งเลิกกับแฟน ก็คงนอยแดกอยู่อะแต่มันไม่สนใจหรอก เดี๋ยวมันก็มีแฟนใหม่
เป็นเบี้ยนี่มันง่ายกว่าปะวะ
เป็นเฮียอะไรเนี่ยก็ยากหมดนั่นแหละค่ะ มันอยู่ที่ตัวเนาะ แล้วแดกเส้นอืดมาแล้วเนี่ย
It's just harder in different
ไปด้วยครับ
way.
ครับ
ชั้นไหนครับ
อ๋อ
Aren't you showing me his face?
ชั้นเดียวกันสินะครับ
Oh,
Hello. Hello.
we're borrowing the not me.
Are you going to see Top 2? Oh, are you the in-between, Mew?
Who is you?
He fine.
Right?
I think he's the one that Top was calling because he couldn't sleep at night.
Ah.
He got glasses just like Mew used to have. He's got a nice sweet smile like Mew used to have.
He's kind.
ไม่เป็นไรครับ ขอบคุณมากครับ ไม่เป็นไรจริงๆครับ ห้องผมข้างหน้านี่เองครับ
ห้องผมก็อยู่ตรงนี้เหมือนกันครับ
Mm-hmm. Got a nice snatched waistline just like Mew.
คีย์การ์ดก็มีอ่ะ จะกดทำไมอ่ะ
That Brandy and Monica, the boy is mine.
What?
มิวจะให้โอกาสเราใช่ไหมให้โอกาสอะไรอีกอะท็อปต้องพาแฟนเก่ามานอนที่ห้องอยู่เลย ก่อนที่เราจะเริ่มต้นกันใหม่อะเราอยากให้มิวระบายทุกอย่างออกมาแล้วเรื่องโบอิงอะ
ทำไมทุกคนถึงเกลียดกูวะทำไมกูถึงหยุดทำเหี้ยๆจากคนอื่นไม่ได้วะ
บางทีมึงก็อาจจะอยากถูกรัก
I told you not to drag Nick back into
กู
this.
ไปหาข้อมูลมาให้มึงแล้วพวกสถานบำบัดทั้งในกรุงเทพแล้วก็ต่างจังหวัดอ่ะ
ถ้ามึงอยากให้กูไปอ่ะ กูไปได้นะ แต่กูมีข้อแม้อย่างนึงมึงกล้าไปหาพ่อมึงแล้วบอกว่ามึงเป็นลูกเขาปะ
พี่ครับ
Okay, so another episode of Only Friends comes to an end. Episode 9. Everybody got movement. What do y'all think about news development that's going? Because that seems to be the main theme of this episode. So, any thoughts on the news development?
I mean, it's not necessarily surprising. Like, as soon as he entered his villain era, we knew he was going to come out of it at some point. I didn't know if it was going to be episode 9, episode 10, episode 11, but he was going to come out of the villain era at some point because, as we've all seen throughout the last, they're ramming good guy Top down our faces. So they're trying to push Mew and Top back together, and I'm like, in order for that to happen, Mew's got to go back to his good guy. So it's like, we knew that was going to happen. I'm glad to see Mew make it out of that phase because he was getting on my damn nerves while he was in his bad guy era. Like the first couple episodes, I'm like, okay, yes, get exact your revenge. Yes, you a sassy bitch. Yes. And then after a while, I'm just like, girl. Just get on my damn. Just get off my screen. So glad that he's back to old Mew. Well, Mew like 1.5 because he still doesn't have glasses anymore. So he can't completely go back to Mew 1.0, but you know, pre-breakup Mew. And I could see that we left as soon as he was sitting in that office waiting for Ray to come out. I saw the immediate change in just him. Like they slicked his hair back or something. He was not the same bad boy Mew. There's something about his look that they changed where it's like, okay, that's good boy Mew. He's back. I see him. He's back. I appreciate the conversation he had with Ray. Yeah. I appreciate the level of honesty they finally had. Would have loved it to happen 2-3 episodes back before any of this relationship stuff happened, but whatever. Nothing actually came of this relationship because nobody was invested in it. Glad that they are on the same page. They're in the same book now. They're on the same page. They get it. I wish that Top didn't have to be the magic answer. I wish that, like, Top keeps saying, even if you don't choose me, whatever label you give me, I just want you to be okay. I would have loved it if we just left it at that. Like, okay, I'm okay now. I'm still not dating you, but I'm okay with myself now. Hate that we kind of have to fall down that rabbit hole of, okay, I'm going back to my old self. I feel safe and secure now because I'm gonna try again with this man. Whatever, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad he's out of this rabbit hole. I'm interested to see where old Mew and bad boy Mew are gonna kind of collide now that we've got Top's ex in the picture now, who honestly was like a spitting image of old Mew. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be an interesting dynamic. But yeah, that's that.
I'm tired. I think this whole episode. This whole episode is tiring.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sick of everybody. Like, I'm just sick of everybody. Like. We started off this episode saying, yes, let's have humanity for everyone. I'm done. Like, I'm good. It's just, there just seems to be like an overarching sense of toxicity that is in the air. And I don't think it's being addressed. I think there's something a bit dangerous about perpetuating the notion that romantic gestures and fighting for love is the right thing to do because that's what you feel in your heart. Sometimes don't trust your instincts. Like, sometimes you need to think about things a little more. I think get some time away from the situation. It's just everybody did things because they were quote unquote in love, and they're just forcing them back together so much that I don't think it's the healthiest thing for these characters. So for me, like, I agree with Topher. It's just like Top is trying, okay, but just like appealing to their parents, knowing what you did, is so diabolical. It's like I feel like it's not appropriate if you cheated on someone to then be nice to their parents and to help them out and pretend everything is okay when Mew still doesn't like you. Like, you're not conscious of how uncomfortable you're making the other person feel. And then to make it seem like he's righteous in that he's not exposing Ray, it's just like, whatever. He does all these things which are framed as the good thing, like paying off the cops, spooning him in bed. And it's just like, it's not anything. It's just Top trying, and don't think just because he does these things means that he's a better person. I don't think Mew needs to go back to Top. I think it's healthy, and I think it's a better lesson for society if we just learn to move on. Or at least have a bit more time. So I think there's so much frustration in me with all the couples. And I don't know if people are rooting for all of them, but I'm not.
See, and that's very interesting because there was a tweet done by the screenwriter. And the screenwriter says that he loves his job because it seems that the Thai fans are wishing all of the couples get together, while the international fans want them to be separate. So it's, I think right there, it's maybe a cultural lens in which people are looking through it. And so it's very, very interesting. But I found that look on it and see how, okay, the Thai writer and the Thai audiences are along this one path, while the international fans are like, no. Which also for me, and this is just as a side note, this is for me why I dislike turn type. Like, I dislike term type.
Don't fucking get me started.
Let's not get into that.
I'm not starting that. I'm just, but it seems that
the only two series I stopped.
But that was very popular, and that pairing and that ship was just so popular in Thailand. And so I guess, especially with us being international viewers, this is the way we are. Nick and Sand, they had a friendship. Like,
I love it. I I love everything about their dynamic. They are just the sweetest little morsel in this big, messy ass Sunday. During that scene, their moments of friendship were probably the strongest moments of friendship I have seen in the show from any set of characters. In that one scene, them getting their little jollies, like, hey, why don't we screw around? Why don't we do this? I'm like, you know what? I didn't think I needed this, but I'm okay if this happens. I'm not as opposed to this as I am as soon as Ray and Sand start making. I'm like, I guess. As soon as Ray and Top and Muse start making, I'm like, I guess. Fine. Like Nick and Sand, I'm like, I guess, yes. Okay. Like, they are adorable. They're precious and they are sweet. And it's because they're not part of this core friend group that is just heinously dysfunctional, we'll say. I feel like they are far enough outside of this friend group that, yes, they had some drama, but it was all as a result of being kind of tangentially related to this friend group. But if they are away from that friend group, they are just a normal functioning friendship, and they're adorable. They're just two good people. I'm here for them. I like it.
What about you, Edison? Or admit nothing?
I don't know why this is happening to me. Like,
I'm so tired.
I thought this was the one show where I wouldn't be super critical, but I can't help it. Like, the only people I like left are Sand and Nick. Like, everybody else is so unlikable for me. And then when I was to that moment, I was like, okay, you guys do that. Like, it was like a glimmer of hope for things to kind of be different, for people to move on, for people to be happy away from the characters that needs a bit more self-introspection and need a bit more help through life. And I was like, you two protect what you have, you protect that, and you don't let the mess of everything else, get to you. Just like Nick, I was proud of him. Like, he had a moment where he was finally moving on. He said his goodbye, if it was a bit invasive, but at least he still did it and acknowledged that, okay, there's other options. And I was like, this is really great. Like, I knew I was like over Nick a few episodes ago, but Nick is now back in my like books. And Sand had so much self-awareness and talked about his boundaries, and he was kind of like, yeah, Ray, like, I don't want to be an option. If somebody else comes along for me, I'm not waiting for you. And I respected those moments for when they just finally acknowledged that their feelings didn't have to control them, and they didn't have to lead them down more unhealthy behavior. I just don't want these couples to get together because they're not likable couples. Just, they don't have... the people aren't likable. Like, you want the best for Nick and Sand, but it's not the people they love. Like they admitted they were masochists, and maybe that's what they want, but like, just seeing the preview with Boston coming back to Dick, it's just, hey, you don't need to save these people. Sure, like, maybe it's romantic sometimes. I don't think it always is, but like, we just keep perpetuating that fighting for somebody is romantic, or going against your better instincts, or going against, I don't know, good judgment. I'm exhausted. Maybe it's the next episode where they get a bit more like healing, and we're at the bottom in terms of like character progression, because there was some growth this episode, but Boston needs to kind of let go of his hot comparing, realize I'm a bit of an asshole douchebag thing. I don't know. I just don't know. You don't need to heal with these people. Just find someone better. Daddy Dan is perfectly fine. Like, but there's gonna be a reason. There's gonna be a reason why Daddy Dan isn't fine. They're gonna make a reason up for Daddy Dan to be like suspicious. It's just,
I think one of the problems with Daddy Dan for me is just, that's your boss. I think honestly that is the top reason of not messing with Daddy Dan. Not saying a Daddy Dan like person would be fine, just not your boss, just not the person who gave you the job.
Yeah, but it's not full-time work. It's just contract work. It's just for one project.
Oh my goodness. It is still that good because that's
Well, we can fuck after the project stuff.
Right. So, and this is the one thing we're going to get to Ray, but the one thing that I noticed on this episode, that someone can correct me, I noticed that Ray didn't drink the whole episode. And the reason I was noticing that, you noticed Ray didn't drink the whole episode. But then when he came out with Mew and said, "Oh, your social work is done," blah, 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 basically like he was not being watched anymore, is like, okay, so does that say like, okay, this little plateau in Ray's story is going to go back down because now he can go off and do what he was doing? So how do people think about Ray's like little story right now? If it wasn't for the fact that Mew didn't give a fuck if you were fucking around, he would have been in trouble. He would have hurt Mew worse than Top.
Ray has an abundance. He has a superfluous amount of audacity. That is what I think about Ray this episode. Like, my God, there was so many conversations that were being had this episode where I'm like, Ray, no! How can you think this is okay? How like, I want to like peek inside your mind just for a minute to understand what is misfiring? How are you rationalizing certain actions in your head and just like, it's okay, it's fine. Yes, you are technically the other woman. What does me say about you? Oh, he's fine. He doesn't know everything, but he's fine. So I'm the other woman. Yeah, but you know, I don't love anyone like I love you. 5 minutes earlier, do you love anyone besides me? No, Mew, baby, you're the only one I love. Your love feels right when I'm with you. I'm like, girl. And then the audacity, the unmitigated gall to hop in his car, drive 2 hours, bust through this campground camper at 2:00 in the morning to talk about y'all are screwing. I'm like, it's none of your goddamn business what I am doing in my camper at 2:00 in the morning. Yes, I should have locked my fucking door. Don't know why this is an ongoing thing in every fucking BL, why people can't lock their fucking doors and turn their lights off when they go to bed. I don't know. It's just, it's a brand new concept, I suppose. But like, what I'm doing with whom in the comfort of my rented cabin on my own free time, on my watch, is none of your goddamn business, sir. Like, who are you? And then you're just gonna make yourself comfortable with your street clothes. And I don't even know if he took off his shoes or not. I'm assuming he did, but still, you smell like the streets and the woods and wherever the hell you just came from. And no. And then you're gonna just dogpile right in the middle of my little cuddle session I was having here with my little bestie. Like, no. And then my bestie's like, I'm a bounce. Why Nick feels the need to enable this relationship, that's a whole nother conversation. But my bestie bounces, and now we're out here in this little magical little forest, and we're bonding and we're connecting and we're having conversations. And I'm like, there's just so many times where I'm like, the nerve of Ray, the nerve of you in this situation. And again, I feel like a lot of it comes back to what we've talked about, where he's had so many people just catching him along the way, where he's not had to suffer any real consequences for his actions. So he's, aside from whatever delusional mindset he is about this polyamorous relationship that he invented in his head, he's like, you know what? I can do these things because it'll all work out. It always does. It has not worked out for me at this point. Someone will be there to fix it. I'll pay someone off if I need to pay someone off, or, you know, it's fine. Everything will work out fine. And it's like, Ray, no. Oh my God, no. So Ray and Sam getting back together, I'm like, saw it coming, because again, it is a BL series, and we know that they like to have their ships.
You don't have to.
That is what it is. They don't have to, but they most of them tend to like their ships. So it's not surprising that they are trying to ram these characters back together. But I'm sitting here looking at it like, no. That first 5 minutes when Sand was like trying to leave whatever the classroom was, and Ray's standing in his way, and it's like, I need you to move. I'm like, yes, Sand, stand your ground, do it. And then they start making, I'm like, oh, fine, I guess. Like, I don't need this couple to get together. It's gonna happen. I don't need it to happen, but it's gonna happen. Ray's got audacity.
I see that there is also a parallel. It's between Sand, like, you know what, I'm going, and then earlier, a couple of episodes ago, where it was Nick trying to leave Boston, and Boston started kissing on his neck and doing all this other kind of stuff. And so I can see where they kind of finally bonded, like, this is both who we are. But then also I saw, it was funny because Nick, even when Nick and Sand were talking, it's like, Nick was like, well, I'll go off and find somebody good, but you stay for Ray, and that's your first. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, Bestie. Hold up, Bestie. Whoa. If I can't be free, none of us is free. Like, there's no. Why
we are in this together,
Frank. You with me together forever? Like, what is no? But I saw him like, he finally got that Boston is not his happiness, but he still thinks that for Sand, Ray is his happiness. And like, all right, I'm gone. Deuces. Left you a little note. Kissy face, smiley face, hearts.
I mean, let's preface everything by saying, yes, okay, Ray, there's a lot of background that we know about Ray that explains his actions. And so there's a bit of sympathy for understanding, like, why sometimes he acts the way he does. But in saying that, it's just like, you self-destruct in your own space and don't involve everybody else in your whirlpool of wallowing. It's just, Ray, I don't know if it's because they needed to write him back with Sand. He blew his chance with Mew, even though there wasn't really a chance in the first place. But then also, it's like, they pushed him, yes, with so much audacity, and yes, I guess it makes sense. But he just was no better than Top. In fact, he and Top are peas in a pod. They're both rich kids who don't have concepts of consequences. They both cross boundaries, invasive boundaries, don't leave, don't get out of the way when they're told to do so. They're constantly showing up when they're uninvited. And it's just frustrating that these behaviors are gonna be rewarded and are gonna be justified because we see that they work. And it's like, hey, Sam told you not to come to the caravan, but you went anyways, and you were able to talk about your relationship, and that's exactly what Top did to Mew. And it's like frustrating to think that this is a concept of how romance is and how love is going to develop for these characters, because these people in such privileged positions know that they can get away with it. They're used to a life where they don't have to take accountability. They're used to just bulldozing into their situations because they have power. And it's, I don't know, maybe I'm feeling too much in this context, but I don't like how we're going to make this kind of journey for Ray without still seeing any speck of self-reflection, or like, he just does what he does. You're scared of losing Mew and whatever, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough to make me feel sorry for him. You wanted to put the position of moral superiority on yourself at the start. You wanted to go, I'm better than Top because I care about Mew, because I would never cheat on you, blah, 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 blah. I think I just saw Ray more as someone who doesn't care about how his actions affect others, someone who doesn't care to other people's feelings. I think Sand is right. I don't think Ray thinks about Sand's feelings or respects them. Ray's just pursuing Sand based on his own suffering and his own depression. And I just feel bad for Sam that he's gonna be getting into a relationship where he's subject and obligated to be this nurse for Ray. Yeah, you're not obligated to heal these people. I'm over it.
Boston. I mean, he really got, like, I guess he got like two storylines. He messed with Trum's little brother, and that turned out like as predictable. And then he like came with it's like, hey, you doing good now? You doing good now? I'm back, you know. You know. What do we feel about Boston? And is he ever?
Boston's just pathetic. Oh my god.
I am split when it comes to Boston, because there's the part of me that has expressed these opinions last few episodes that would just like Boston to just stay Boston. Like, just I don't see a need like, yeah, he doesn't do great stuff, but I don't see a need to necessarily give him a redemption arc or to change his character. All of a sudden he realizes he's been in love this whole time and love's gonna get him to change his ways and he's gonna stop doing this. Like, I don't need that. I would be very happy if Boston was just like, yeah, this is how I am. That's how he's been the last 9 episodes. Just like, yeah, this is who I am. I've said it since day one. This is how I've been. I'm still playing by these rules. So there's the part of me that wants that, but there's the other part of me that, you know, that whole hopeless romantic who watches these BL series for the sake of, yes, let's make them fall in love with each other. That saw when Nick was pouring his heart out, like, I'm moving on, I'm going. And you could see that they were really trying to make it like, okay, Boston felt something for like the first time in his life. He's like, oh shit. And then he was gonna go out there and chase after Nick, and he saw Nick with Daddy Dan, and he's like, shit, I actually lost him. And I'm like, that's great to realize that, but I also don't need you to feel this. You can go back into the bathroom stall and bang the guy who was patiently waiting while Nick sat out here and saying his life story. Like,
he's like, gotta keep it up. So
yeah, I was like, well, I love the idea of the power of love, you know, making us better people and realizing this, that, the other. I love the idea of Boston just being Boston. Sometimes people like that, they don't change. Sometimes that character just doesn't change. Sometimes this person I slept with, whatever, is just not enough to make me want to change my way. And there's nothing wrong inherently with Boston's playboy lifestyle. Some of the other shit and shenanigans he does, problematic, but him being sleeping around, being promiscuous or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. Live your best life. I don't need Boston to turn around and all of a sudden be, I'm a one-woman man. Like, I don't need that storyline to happen. Boston can still slut it up around town, and that's fine. There's ain't no slut shaming coming from me. Live your life, baby. I hope that we're not done with Adam yet, because like, since we're going down that rabbit hole, since we already decided, okay, we're going to make this first time with Adam be so amazing that he is drunk in love, and now all of a sudden he wants nothing but Boston. I hope that we follow through with this. I hope that he becomes Nick 2.0. I hope that, like we obviously saw in the preview, that Nick and Boston are going to be together on some rooftop for some reason. Nick seemed to be comforting Boston for something, whatever. I'm hoping that Nick is still out here trying to get him some Daddy Dan, and he is just here as a friend, like, hey, here's what you should do. Having been the person who stalked you and was drunk in love because you laid it down so good, here's what you need to do to get Adam to stop. I'm hoping that's all that's going to happen between Nick and Boston. It's probably not. They're probably going to be in love and whatever. But I hope that the Adam storyline just goes somewhere. I hope that we get more of that, because it's a, I don't want to say it's fun, but it's a fun little consequence. Like, good dick will make you do stupid things. Sorry, love will make you do stupid things. Good sex. Love will make you do stupid things. Good sex will fuck up your credit and get you handcuffed to a banister. But I'm very interested to see.
Very specific, Topher.
I mean, I just love manner of death. I'm sorry.
It'd be very interesting since they said some alliance with Queer as Folk. It's very interesting because the character of Brian in Queer as Folk didn't really change all that much when he found Justin and was in love and stuff like that, because they had an open relationship. They discussed
things.
Right. He didn't change that much, even though it wasn't like he was all of a sudden church going monogamous person.
I don't need that.
It's interesting. There is precedent for this.
I mean, a few minds about Boston. I think their character of Boston is someone who craves love and validation, and so within the queer world, he's got this idea that hotness reigns supreme. And yeah, sure, there is a lonely part of him, but at the same time, it doesn't need to be that narrative. Like, he could just be someone who does enjoy hooking up. I think the danger with this turnaround, with his kind of like, oh wow, Nick's words are affecting me, is enforcing a fantasy that love can change people, or that if you love someone enough, like, they will come around, not be promiscuous anymore, and love you because you love them for them. Like, it's nice that Nick was like, I accept you and whatever, but seeing the result of Boston potentially going back to Nick and realizing that he had feelings, I think sends not a great message or a precedent, because I know we watch BL for fantasy, but I don't see it like that 100%. I think a lot of the times media and fantasy bleeds into reality and you take things from it subconsciously or whatever. And so like, it's hard not to see the takeaway as Nick's pure love, which involves stalking and stuff, changed Boston. But it's just like, love doesn't change people. Loving someone doesn't change somebody. And if you think you can love someone hard enough to change them, it's not going to end well. And so it's just
it's ending well for Top and Ray.
It's annoying. It's just annoying to me that Boston is gonna have this moment of like, why am I so lonely? Why does everybody hate me? You should like, it's baffling to me that he doesn't have that self-awareness, like the things you say to people, the way you treat people, the way you pursue people hotter than you, more than you pursue others, or you only sleep with people once if they're not cute enough. I just don't like it when you're an asshole and then you're like, why doesn't anyone love me? I'm just like, we don't need that. Not redemption, but like sub-story for Boston. I think there's nothing inherently wrong about having a character representing this archetype of I sleep around, I feel bad about myself, and then just keep it there. I think my thing is just work on yourself first before you get into a messy situation when you're hurting other people. And just because you're being loved by Nick does not mean you're not gonna instantly stay faithful and instantly whatever. I hope Boston has a really good conversation that makes me see him in a different light in the next couple of episodes. Like, it's not the worst thing that happened in this series, but him just telling Adam that he wasn't in his league, it's such a cruel and unnecessary thing. It's subjective, but also like, this is your friend's brother. Like, this is someone who trusted you. Like, even if you don't have romantic feelings and you discussed that it was just a hookup, you don't treat other people like that, as if they're a burden on you. Like, if their hookup or their interest in you was a burden. Like, I don't think, because Boston sees people as beneath him, that he doesn't need to feel better until he gets that addressed. But that's also what the same thing Top said. Top said, like, I can take you any man of yours, Sand. So until Top like rectifies that, I don't know. I mean, like, I welcome a show with unlikable characters, but like, let's get them likable at some point.
Ask and you shall receive.
I just don't know. Like, let's just get them likable. Let's see some growth. I don't see growth. I don't see redemption. I see, you know, love is good enough to be the answer. But it's just like, I'm frustrated because like these are the ideals you grew up with, right? Up to your 20s, up to your whatever. And then you're kind of like, this is not getting me anywhere. Like having these fantasies. And so it's just the children out there watching this, the 18-year-old children. It's just like, these are not healthy lessons to learn.
Or maybe they're seeing themselves, because I have to remind myself these characters are still babies. Like they're in college, but like they're still babies.
I was never in these situations because
I was never in these situations either. But like, I have to remind myself when watching all these series, I am not all of these characters. All of these characters are not me. I may not have been in these situations, but some people may have been at some point in time. So these characters come from somewhere. But yeah, they're babies. They're young. They're stupid.
I was never in this situation, but I knew people who were in this situation.
Well, you're the one that
they were all around the same age. It was about in your early 20s that this is happening, you know, and it is just as of the time. It's like, okay, you know, if they were like 30, 40, 50-year-olds doing this, I'd be like, Urgh. So last two people, and I guess we can squish them in because they weren't, unfortunately, Chum and Yo, which is...
They're irrelevant!
Which is a painful, like, I don't, like, Yo, for me, had, okay, we have all this, she has a story. She
did not have a story.
She just, yeah, I'm still broken up. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still broken up.
I feel like, unfortunately, and I'm hoping that they prove me wrong. I hope that they say, no, Topher, you are wrong. We've got so much for these two in store for you. But I feel like we have they've served their narrative purpose. They've reached their narrative climax of pushing the other ships where they need to push them, and they're going to be resigned to how they were the first like 5 episodes, where it's like, okay, they got 45 seconds this episode, I'll see you next episode. Chum might have something just for the fact that Boston slept with Adam and Adam is losing his shit. If we take that storyline somewhere, Chum might have maybe 75 seconds in the episode or something versus 45, but I feel like they've served the narrative purpose that they were intended to serve, and now we're just back to business. I don't like it because, like I've been saying since episode 1, give me more lesbians. I love them. Give me the lesbians. Give me Jenny. I love her. But yeah.
My rule is, if you're gonna have an opening song featuring characters, the amount of time they appear in that opening song in comparison to your main cast should be proportional to how much you're gonna show them. And I feel like Jenny and Adam and April and Chum showed up a lot more in the opening, and I expected them to be in the show a lot more. It just feels like they're just there, so it's not just the guys the whole time. Like, if you're gonna have representation, at least represent something. Like, they're just there. Like, delve into a topic, a theme, an issue, something that goes on in their lives. Drake got more screen time than Jenny in the show. Sorry, I don't know. I can't help being so frustrated and critical. I hate it.
Okay, so we're going to land this plane. Any final thoughts?
Someone balance me out. I don't know, just balance me out.
Any final thoughts for this episode before I shut this down?
I hope that I get more of Daddy Dan. That is all. I need more of Daddy Dan. I need Nick to continue. As much as I hate the idea of him sleeping with his boss or whatever, I would rather him pursue Daddy Dan at this point than go back to Boston. So I need Nick to continue to pursue Daddy Dan. It's not going to happen because Boston is in the picture now, but I can live idealistically. But as long as I get more of him on my screen, if perhaps they want to give Daddy Dan a fiery sex scene, that's great. It'd be a shame to let that body go to waste. If they want to make him have the first three-way of the series, because like we said, we haven't had one yet. And I feel like with this show, it would just fit in like a glove. So if they want to give Daddy Dan, and I don't know, maybe Drake's character wants to come back, or whoever Sans mystery X is that we still haven't heard about, don't know who that is, but Top stole him. If he want to come, maybe that's the guy who's with. Maybe
Boeing?
that's who that is too. It's Top Sex.
Oh, but maybe he took him. Right. So
is it Boeing or Boning?
I thought it was Boeing.
Oh, Boeing without the end. Okay. Oh, Boeing. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was. Oh, okay. Let's bring in the whole not me cast in this show. Like, why not?
Yes. please, and thank you.
I mean, Graham looks very good.
Oh,
and not me, and in this show, and we got Grandpa back here as Daddy Dan. Let's just get everybody else. Let's bring back Dan. What's his name? Policeman Dan. Get him back. He can go in, and let's just bring the whole crew. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to Boeing saving the rest of the show with some sort of drama or messiness. I don't know. Like this, it's just like it would be such a waste to bring in Mond, to bring in Graham, and not have anything come out of it. Like get a nipple out. Like do something. Like I don't know.
Please get a nipple out. Please. Like, I'm begging you.
Like you're just there for to make me feel like he's a stupid person for coming back to the top. But do something more. Like get involved. Like come on. Yeah. You have so much to make up for randomly pursuing Eugene. Eugene B? What was it? B for Eugene? Like no! B does not work for B and G. Oh no, it's G for Gene. Like what was it? I cannot remember. But there were two letters and Eugene was not one of them. There was not Yee. Okay,
it was a silent B. B and Eugene.
Okay.
Nipple out.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching the reaction. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Also, check out the socials down and follow.
You're still doing the OST month, yes.
Yes, it's still doing the OST month. And follow Topher. Topher is also helping us. And also the BL Love class and other people. So yeah, that's really fun. This week we're doing Filipino BL. So go ahead and stop by.
All week.
So yeah. So I hope to see y'all again next time, and maybe there'll be nipples. So
manifest.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.